Happiness and wisdom quotes. Happiness came from realizing you're no longer unhappy. Cottage of content was better than the palace of cold splendor, and that where love was, all was. Our heart is a place to draw true happiness. All so obsessed with other worlds, you're so convinced that this one is crap and everywhere else is great, but you've never bothered to figure out what's going on here. Find serenity and happiness. They may be jealous. Be happy anyway. Happiness is not hard to find. It's beside you. It's in front of you. It's at your back. It's around you. It's just a matter of appreciation. There was a form of contentment in doing what you could and not worrying about the rest. One of the fastest ways to dispel greed is for a person to realize how blessed he already is. The greatest revenge is happiness. No matter the nature of your problems, don't mind the degree of your misfortune. Don't lose hope. Never submit yourself to frustration because life is the mixture of sorrows and happiness. When it comes to being happy, there is no right or wrong. It's just a battle between your happiness and their judgment. Don't ignore the love you do have in your life by focusing on the love you don't. Fortify yourself with contentment, for this is an impregnable fortress. The saddest people I've ever met in life are the ones who don't care deeply about anything at all. Passion and satisfaction go hand in hand, and without them, any happiness is only temporary, because there's nothing to make it last. Sometimes in life, as in literature, people get their just desserts. The greedy man loses everything because he cannot resist seeking more riches. Contentment is the only one substitute for happiness. People are complaining of having rags and not riches, but I find it a blessing just to have rags, to wipe away the dirt and dust that may come in the course of life. Think little of yourselves, but do not think too little of your calling. Pain was given so we'll learn how to sympathize. Struggles were given so we'll realize how to appreciate. Tears were given so we'll know how real happiness actually feels. The key to contentment was never asked why. She had learned that long ago. Sharing your life with someone will have much more meaning, coming from a place of independence rather than codependence. Every gift from a friend is a wish for your happiness. You say, if I had a little more, I should be very satisfied. You make a mistake. If you are not content with what you have, you would not be satisfied if it were doubled. Though there are things beyond our understanding, for the most part, we are the architect of our own unhappiness. Mama used to say, you have to know someone 1,000 days before you can glimpse her soul. Primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation itself, but your thoughts about it. Love is enough. Your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart. Who looks outside wishes. Who looks inside finds infinite wisdom. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from posting themselves than it is to dislodge them after they have got possession. God softens hardened heart into tender, loving heart. Use wisdom when developing relationships and establishing new alliances. There are people who do not have pure motives as it pertains to developing relationships. They only want to be seen with you because they want to establish association. These people want the recognition. The day you stop dreaming, you will lose your wings. Truth is evidence of love, and nothing can stop the power of trusting and loving unconditionally. I always cheer up immensely if an attack is particularly wounding because I think, well, if they attack one personally, it means they have not a single political argument left. The lure of the distant and the difficult is deceptive. The great opportunity is where you are. The only way to get what you want is to make them more afraid of you than they are of each other. You win even if you lost. You will be celebrated to have dared to confront those terrible odds instead of closing your arms against danger. I dwell on God's blessing. Time to live dangerously. We're having pancakes. The essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection. Everything is within the limit of possibility by the grace of God. Kind words change the world. Mistakes are the growing pains of wisdom. Despite its dark veins, the transparency of dragonflies' wings assures me of a pure, innocent world. You must give everything to make your life as beautiful as the dreams that dance in your imagination. Love is a sacred self. Scared and sacred are spelled with the same letters. Awful proceeds from the same root word as awesome. Terrify and terrific. Every negative experience holds the seed of transformation. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. Never tell people how to do things. Tell them what to do and they will surprise you with their ingenuity. Jesus, the Christian life wasn't about being perfect, but about being perfected. Every day should be Christmas. Christ first loved us. We ought to love one another. The universe is a masterpiece painted by love's masterstrokes. When your mother asked, "Do you want a piece of advice?" It is a mere formality. It doesn't matter if you answer yes or no. You're going to get it anyway. We must be very careful when we give advice to younger people. Sometimes they follow it,